दिस इज कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड। लास्ट क्लास में थे बेटा आप?
यस सर, हम थे सर।
लास्ट क्लास में आयनिक बॉन्डिंग हुआ था ना बेटा?
हाँ सर।
आज कोवेलेंट बॉन्डिंग हो रहा है।
ओके सर। सर एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर का ना?
हाँ, एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर का। So this is oxygen molecule. In this we have two oxygen atoms and they are sharing two electron each. So how many pair of electron is shared? First pair of electron and second pair of electron. Two pairs shared. That is double bond. This will be one electron pair shared. One electron pair shared. Okay. So this will be single bond. Next, we'll be drawing N2. Now, how many electron in nitrogen atom has? Nitrogen has 5 electrons. So, how to make 8 electrons? By sharing 3 electrons. If I have 7, I will make single bond. If I have 6, I will make 2 bonds. And if some atom has 5 electrons in the outermost, to make 8, they need 3 bonds. And if someone has 4 electron in outermost, they will require 4 bonds. The nitrogen, that means two nitrogen atom having 5 electron each, will share 3 electrons. Will share 3 electrons. Will share 3 electrons. So nitrogen will be N, triple bond N, and we'll have 2 electrons. Now, these will be 3 electron pair share, triple bond. Now always keep in mind, the shared pair are known as bond pair. Shared pair are known as bond pair. So how many bond pair we have? 3 electron pair are shared. That means 3 bond pair. That is 3 bond pair. So shared pair and bond pair and number of bonds are same. Now those electrons which are not shared, electrons which are not shared, any idea what are they called? Are called lone pair. The electron which are not shared, they are known as lone pair. Next is HCl. Now, as we all know, hydrogen only has one electron and chlorine have 7 electrons. So hydrogen has one, hydrogen needs one, chlorine has 7, chlorine also needs one bond. So they will make single bond. So this pair will be shared. So this will be the electron of hydrogen and this will be electron of chlorine. We will draw it like this, HCl. We can also draw the three lone pair. These are beta याद रखिएगा lone pair, and this is known as bond pair. Next is water, that is H2O. Now oxygen has 6 electron, so oxygen will try to make 8 electron in octet. That means oxygen needs 2 more bond and hydrogen needs 1 single bond. So oxygen will be located in the center, and this oxygen needs 2 bond, 1 bond with this and 1 bond with this. Mhm. So this will be water molecule. This will be water molecule. How do we draw this? H, single bond O, single bond H. Ideally, this is the actual structure of water molecule. The two hydrogen are not in a straight line, but they are slightly angular. This is the actual structure. But for your standard, this will do. So how many lone pair water has? Water has two lone pair. Two lone pair. And how many bond pair? Two bond pair. Or two single bonds. Next, I would want you to try drawing ammonia molecule. खुद से ट्राई कीजिए बेटा अमोनिया बनाने का. Nitrogen has 5, nitrogen needs 3 bonds. Hydrogen has 1 electron, so hydrogen will need 1 single bond. So nitrogen needs 3 bond, hydrogen needs single bond. हो गया बेटा अमोनिया सबका. नाइट्रोजन and 3 hydrogens surrounding it. Nitrogen will share 1 electron each with hydrogen. This is for nitrogen. This is for hydrogen. We can draw it like this: nitrogen, hydrogen, 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 and lone pair. Okay, this is ammonia molecule. Next is CCl4. Now carbon has how many electron in outermost? Carbon has 4 electron in outermost. That means carbon will need 4 bond formation, and chlorine has 7. That means chlorine will need only single bond. So carbon needs 4 bond, chlorine needs single bond. So carbon will form one bond with each of the 4 chlorine atom present. So this is the structure of CCl4. So this is all the electrons that carbon will have, and these are the electrons of chlorine. This is the structure of CCl4. Now similar is the structure of CH4. इसको draw कीजिए. CH4 is very much similar. CH4 is very much similar. We only need to replace CaCl4, single line will be like this. This is the actual structure of CCl. Now try drawing CH4. ठीक है बेटा. इस चैप्टर में जितना कुछ था बेटा वो हो चुका है. ऐसा कुछ है जिसमें किसी को डाउट रह गया है? Hmm? Any doubt in this chapter?
No, sir. No, no, sir. No doubt.
No, sir. चलिए ठीक. ठीक है, तो अभी टाइम बचा हुआ है, तो क्या करना है, नया चैप्टर स्टार्ट कर दे क्या?
Yes, sir.
Study of gas law. Now, so we all know the kinetic theory of gas, or the properties and behavior of gas, such as the gases, they are made up of tiny particles which have large intermolecular space between them. ये सबको मालूम होगा बेटा?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, चलिए। So this is an animation of solid where the atoms, they are closely packed and they are in constant random motion. The particles of solid are also in constant random motion. Clear है ये? The particles of solid are in constant random motion. They are closely packed. Now this is animation of liquid. They are not as closely packed as solid, and the motion of liquid is more compared to that of solid. Next comes to gas. These this is gas. The particles of gas, they have large space between them and they are generally move at a higher speed compared to that of particles of solid and that of liquid. Now we all know gases neither have fixed volume nor fixed shape, and their density is low. Next, gases, as we can see, they are colliding with wall of the container. Now imagine these gas particles as football, and imagine a football going and colliding with the wall of the container. Since the football is colliding with some velocity, upon collision, it will have, yeah, it will exert some force on the wall. Whenever a moving particle hits something, apart from light and sound, whenever a moving substance, moving matter, light and sound, they are not matter. That's why they don't exert force. But whenever a particle which have mass, they will hit the wall of the container, they will exert some force. This force which is exerted upon the wall of container is known as pressure. This force which is exerted upon the wall of the container is known as pressure applied by gas. Clear है बेटा ये? Now, next, so this is a gas and we have placed some weight on this gas. Okay. So it has got some volume. Now, if I will heat this gas, the particles of gas will move with a greater speed. If I'm increasing the temperature, I'm making it warmer, the particles of gas will move with a greater speed. As a result, they will acquire more volume. They will acquire more volume. Here, the pressure that is exerted upon the gas is that exerted by 1 Newton weight. We are applying same pressure, that is 1 Newton. And as we have increased the temperature, the volume has expanded. If I am going to decrease the temperature, the particles will slow down. As a result, the volume will decrease. As a result, the volume will decrease. If I may again hit this, the particles will have greater velocity, volume will increase. अच्छा ये बताएंगे बेटा, आपको प्रॉपर्टीज एंड कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ गैसेस पार्टिकल लिखाना है क्या? गैसेस नाइदर फिक्स्ड वॉल्यूम, गैसेस एक्सर्ट प्रेशर, गैस आर हाईली कंप्रेसिबल, ये लिखवाना है कि ये सब पता है बेटा?
सर पता है।
पता है ना? सो वी कैन डायरेक्टली मूव टू गैस लॉ।
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, चलिए। So the first, so we will be skipping those properties and characteristics, and we'll be simply starting with gas law. Now there is nothing as such called gas law. ठीक है, study of gas laws होता है. There is nothing such as one law. Actually, gas laws are combination of many laws, such as Boyle's law, Charles law, ideal gas law. ठीक है. Then we also have Gay-Lussac's law. ठीक है, we can include this in this. ठीक है. But in your book there is a definition of gas laws, define gas laws. ठीक है, देखिए डिफाइन गैस लॉ अगर पूछा जा रहा है तो इस ऑथर ने अपने हिसाब से लिख दिया है. ठीक है, there is nothing as such called gas laws. No one has ever proposed some gas law. What is gas law? Basically, your book says the combination of these laws are known as gas laws. So we will simply writing this definition which might be asked in a school, but let me be very clear, there is nothing as such called gas laws. Okay. The book says that the behavior of gases under known condition of pressure, volume and temperature, is described by laws. Is described by different laws. ठीक है, या मल्टीपल लॉज. आपके बुक में मल्टीपल नहीं है, मल्टीपल ऐड कर रहा हूँ, ये बेटर है. मल्टीपल लॉज described by multiple law which are together called gas laws. ठीक है, ये बेटर डेफिनेशन. Basically, gas laws, they are group of laws, and what these two do, they describe the behavior of gas and under different set of conditions. ठीक है. Now there are some variables of gas. A gas state or condition. can be described by three variables. Can be described by three variables: pressure, volume, and temperature. Pressure, volume, and temperature. Pressure, volume, and temperature. Clear? Next, what is pressure? We have discussed, but we'll again write the definition of the pressure over here. Pressure is simply due to force exerted when the particles of gas collide with the wall of the container. So the force exerted when particles of gas collides with the wall of container is known as pressure. तो लिखना है pressure is generated due to collision of gaseous particle या gaseous particle होना था, ठीक है, gaseous particle with particle, collision of particles of gas with wall of the container. This is the most simple definition of pressure. We know there will be some force generated, and once force has been generated, we can always divide that force by area, and that will give us pressure. Okay. So if there is no force, there is no pressure. How is that force generated? That is because of collision of particles of gas with the wall of the container. Now, if this is our planet Earth, we know there is an envelope of air surrounding the Earth. So now let us assume we are standing at this point. There is a person who is standing at this point. So imagine the air is standing upon his head. There is particles of air which are actually sitting upon our head. So this pressure, yeah, this weight of air, there is actually weight of air that is sitting upon us, yeah, on our head. This weight or this force created a, yeah, force exerted upon our head due to the weight of air is known as actually atmospheric pressure. So atmospheric pressure is force per unit area exerted due to weight of air present in atmosphere. समझ में आया? एयर का बेटा वजन होता है, हम लोग बहुत पहले लोअर क्लास में किए होंगे. एयर आल्सो हैज गॉट मास बिकॉज अ बलून विच इज filled with air will have slightly more mass compared to a balloon which is uninflated, not inflated. Okay. Now, what is the pressure या weight per unit area that is sitting upon us? Actually, 1 atm pressure is equal to 1.01 into 10 raised to power 5 Newton per meter square. This can be also converted into centimeter of mercury. The weight of 76 centimeter of mercury is actual weight that is sitting upon our head, same as that of 76 centimeter of mercury, which can be converted into Newton per meter square, that is Pascal. This 76 centimeter of mercury can be converted into 760 millimeter of mercury, which can be converted into 760 torricelli. This means torricelli. So there are multiple unit, but most common is 1 atm and 76 centimeter and this one. Torricelli is less common, very, very less common. So pressure we have defined. Next comes to volume. Now what is the volume? देखो आपके बुक में लिखा है वॉल्यूम ऑफ गैस, बट टेक्निकली डू नॉट हैव एनी वॉल्यूम. मैं बोलता हूँ वॉल्यूम ऑफ गैस इज 1 लीटर, then that is wrong. We already have said that gas do not have fixed volume or fixed shape. Then how can we say gas volume is 1 liter? Actual volume of gas is nothing. It is the actual volume of container in which the gas is present. Let's say I take a container which has volume of 2 liters. So this gas is present and the volume will be 2 liters. Let's say I am transferring this gas into another container which has volume of 5 liters. Then this gas volume now becomes 5 liters. So gas do not have any volume. Actually, it is the volume of container which we say volume of gas. So we will try to refrain from saying volume of gas. We will try to say the volume occupied by the gas. If I give 2 liter space to gas, gas will occupy 2 liter. If I give 5 liter of container to gas will occupy 5 liter. Clear है ये? एक और पैराडॉक्स है यहाँ पे. Let's say this volume is 5 liter. And what I am doing, I am adding nitrogen gas to this. What is the volume occupied by nitrogen gas? 5 liter. Now let us add another gas called helium. Now what is the volume occupied by helium gas? Answer will be 5 liter and not 2.5 liter. Volume occupied by nitrogen gas is 5 liter. Volume occupied by helium gas is 5 liter. And what is the total volume occupied by nitrogen and helium gas combined? It will be again 5 liter. Volume of nitrogen in this case is 5 liter. Volume of helium in this case is 5 liter. And volume total will be equal to 5 liter. याद रखिएगा. Gases do not have any volume of their own. Gases occupy the volume of the container. तो कहीं पर अगर लिखे तो आपको दिख जाए कि वॉल्यूम ऑफ गैस इज इतना, तो जस्ट इग्नोर इट. अज्यूम कीजिए कि वॉल्यूम ऑफ द कंटेनर इज इतना था. जिसने लिखा है उनका मतलब था वॉल्यूम ऑफ कंटेनर. तो गैसेस do not have fixed volume. They occupy the volume of container. They occupy the volume of container. So from now on, volume of gas is 5 liter will means the volume of container in which the gas has been kept is actually 5 liter. ठीक है, तो वॉल्यूम में हम लोग को ज्यादा कुछ डिस्कस करने को बचा ही नहीं। गैस का अपना कोई वॉल्यूम नहीं है, कंटेनर का जो वॉल्यूम होता है वो तो उसमें हम लोग को एक्सप्लेन किया करना है। ठीक है, तो गैसेस डू नॉट हैव फिक्स्ड वॉल्यूम, दे ऑक्यूपाई द वॉल्यूम ऑफ कंटेनर। नेक्स्ट, टेम्परेचर। नाउ व्हाट इज टेम्परेचर? देखिए, आपको टेम्परेचर क्या समझाया गया है बेटा, उसको टेम्परेचर का एक सिंपल सा डेफिनेशन जो बताया जाता है कि इट इज डिग्री ऑफ हॉटनेस और कोल्डनेस। ठीक है, लिख सकते हैं हम लोग, टेम्परेचर इज डिग्री ऑफ हॉटनेस और कोल्डनेस। ठीक है, लिखने के लिए होता है, एक्चुअली टेम्परेचर होता है। एक्चुअल टेम्परेचर इज सिंपली डिफाइंड फ्रॉम द पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ काइनेटिक एनर्जी। ना व्हाट इज काइनेटिक एनर्जी, पता है सबको बेटा?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, अब बॉडी विच इज मूविंग एट अ हायर वेलोसिटी विल हैव हायर काइनेटिक एनर्जी, मींस हायर टेम्परेचर। अभी अभी एक देखे थे बेटा, टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज किए थे तो पार्टिकल्स का वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज कर गया था। नाउ द टेम्परेचर इज एक्चुअली related to kinetic energy of particles of gases. More is the kinetic energy of particles of gases, more is the temperature. So we can say टेम्परेचर, अब ये स्कूल में लिखने के लिए नहीं बता रहे, ठीक है, स्कूल में आएगा तो ये लिखना है। टेम्परेचर इज रिलेटेड टू काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ particles of gas. More is the temperature, more is the velocity with which particles are moving. More is the velocity, more is the temperature. Now you can understand, if a particle which are moving with a greater velocity, that means higher temperature. So if particle have higher temperature, they are moving it with a higher velocity. So the pressure exerted will be more. होता क्या है, सिलेंडर हम लोग बोलते हैं, गैस का सिलेंडर बर्स्ट कर गया ना। व्हाई डज अ गैस सिलेंडर बर्स्ट? gas cylinder, they have particles of gases inside them, they are always going and hitting the wall. Now if I will keep heating that gases, yeah, gaseous particles, they will gain kinetic energy, they will increase their speed. Now if their speed increases too much, then they will exert excess force which the wall of the container cannot sustain. देखो बेटा, कोई भी दीवार है, ये ग्रेट वॉल ऑफ चाइना भी क्यों ना हो, it can sustain or tolerate a certain amount of force, beyond which if force is applied, then that wall will break. The same thing happens with LPG cylinder as well as pressure cooker. If gaseous particle acquires very high speed, then they will break wall of the container, be it made up of iron or aluminum. ठीक है, एक पॉइंट के बाद बेटा फोर्स ज्यादा लगेगा, ब्रेक करेगा। अब तक जो बताया बेटा वो समझ में आया? कोई डाउट है बेटा अभी तक किसी को?
No, sir.
ठीक है, चलिए। अब टेम्परेचर का बेटा स्केल है, ठीक है। स्केल ऑफ टेम्परेचर में बेटा अगर आप बात करेंगे तो अपने को स्केल ऑफ टेम्परेचर में सिर्फ केल्विन पढ़ना चाहिए। स्केल ऑफ टेम्परेचर केल्विन है, ठीक है। अब होता क्या है कि जबरदस्ती फोर्सफुली हम लोग ने सेल्सियस यहाँ पे इंडिया में अडॉप्ट कर लिया, और मोस्ट ऑफ द थर्मामीटर वगैरह ये सब सारा कुछ है ना कि थर्मामीटर सेल्सियस से चालू हो गया। सेल्सियस इज बेसिकली क्या बोलेंगे, नॉन साइंटिफिक स्केल, नॉन साइंटिफिक स्केल. Kelvin is 100% scientific. Kelvin scale is directly related to kinetic energy. When I am saying temperature related to kinetic energy of particles of gas, I mean temperature in Kelvin scale, not in Celsius scale. Okay. But however, we'll have to do Celsius, and we'll also consider Fahrenheit. We'll also consider Fahrenheit. Now, just like centimeter, millimeter, feet, inches, yard, kilometer. Similarly, we have different scale of temperature. Now there is relation between Celsius and Kelvin. We simply add 273 to Celsius, we get Kelvin. तो Celsius plus 273 is equal to Kelvin. Hopefully बेटा ये न्यूमेरिकल आप लोग कर लिए होंगे. इसमें कुछ कराना है न्यूमेरिकल की, सबको पता है?
यस सर.
करवाना है क्या?
नो सर, वी नो.
ठीक है, चलिए. एक क्वेश्चन है बेटा फ़ारेनहाइट का. फ़ारेनहाइट आप लोग को शायद नहीं मालूम होगा. C-5, सॉरी, ठीक है, बात बराबर. F-32/9. इसको लिखिए तो F- C/5 होगा. सॉरी बेटा, C/5. F-32/9 is equal to C/5. दिस वी विल बी डूइंग. ये फॉर्मूला देखिए पहले कभी. F-32/9 is equal to C/5. This formula can be used to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. So let's say I have 20 degrees Celsius. You need to convert this into Fahrenheit. Question. So how can we do this? We will simply write F-32/9 is equal to 20/5. So F is equal to, ये ऊपर जाएगा बेटा, ये 4 हो गया, 32 plus 36, which comes out to be 68. Next, let us consider our body temperature. That is how much बेटा, किसी को पता है body temperature कितना है बेटा? Any idea about the body temperature? आजकल तो खूब बॉडी का टेम्परेचर लिया जा रहा है ना बेटा, वो स्केल से.
तो 37 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड.
पता है एक्चुअली क्या है, अगर आपकी बॉडी का टेम्परेचर 37 हो जाता है ना, तो बाय दैट रूल आप मतलब बीमार हो. मतलब अभी जो चल रहा है ये सब 36 से थोड़ा भी ऊपर होता है ना, मॉल वगैरह में घुसने नहीं दे रहे आजकल. 36.5 से जरा भी ऊपर हो रहा है तो ठीक है. खैर जो भी हो, लेट अस कंसिडर बॉडी टेम्परेचर 36.5, या कंसिडर इट टू बी 36. ठीक है, 36 मान लेते हैं डिग्री सेल्सियस. तो इसको फ़ारेनहाइट में कन्वर्ट करेंगे. F-32/9 is equal to 36/5. तो इसको सॉल्व कीजिए. दिस विल कम आउट टू बी 7.2. हाँ, 7.2. F is equal to 32 plus 9 into 7.2. So this comes out to be 63 into 64.8. This is 32 plus 64.8. This will be 96.8. ठीक है. So we are done with the conversion of Celsius to Fahrenheit. Now we can simply convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. It's a simple formula putting. वो सब हम लोग कर सकते हैं. Now next comes the very important part, that is laws of gases. ये सबसे ज्यादा अपने लिए important हो जाता है. चलो, तीन दो लॉ अपने को करने हैं एंड देयर आफ्टर दिस टू लॉ विल बी कंबाइंड. आप लोग में ठीक है. नेक्स्ट वी विल बी डूइंग दैट इज नोन एज बॉयल्स लॉ. Now, what are the important points that we need to know about Boyle's law? First of all, Boyle's law will apply to dry gas. Now, what is meant by dry gas? Gas, actually water vapor, they do not obey Boyle's law or Charles' law. ये याद रखना आप. Water vapor will not obey Boyle's law and Charles' law normally at room temperature. So the gas has to be dry, means no moisture. If I take a gas which is dry and I place this in container with a piston, so this law says if I will apply more force on this, the volume will be less. More is the force exerted, lesser will be the volume. That means more is the pressure exerted, lesser will be the volume of what? Dry gas. So Boyle suggested pressure is inversely proportional to volume or volume is inversely proportional to pressure. ठीक है. Though both of these are mathematically same. Both of these are mathematically same, but actually the best perfect will be this. This is actual Boyle's law statement and not this. But A proportional to B also means B is proportional to A, but there is a slight difference to it. For example, if I say rice production is directly proportional to rainfall, let's say if production is directly proportional to rainfall, then can I say rainfall is directly proportional to rice? बेटा वो गलत हो जाएगा. ठीक है. देखिए, समझ रहे ना, मैथमेटिकली भले ही सही लगेगा और बोलना गलत हो जाता है. तो एक्चुअल में बेटा आप ये लिखिएगा, ये नहीं लिखिएगा, इससे आप बचिएगा. ये वाला आपका बेस्ट होता है. मैं दोनों इसलिए बताया क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग करते क्या, बाद में पूछे सर ये भी तो होगा. ये मैथ के हिसाब सही है, बट ये वाला प्रॉब्लम आता है. ठीक है. कॉज इफेक्ट वाला इसमें बात होता है. व्हाट इज द कॉज एंड व्हाट इज द इफेक्ट. So the statement of Boyle's law suggests volume of dry gas. Always remember volume of dry gas. Next, first point is it should be dry gas. Second point is volume of dry gas से start होगा, pressure से start नहीं होगा. तो volume of dry gas. Second, while I am applying more pressure, I should remember to keep temperature fixed, because temperature, if I will heat this, then this velocity will increase and this increased velocity will try to push piston upward. वो नहीं होना है, एक बार में एक फैक्टर चेंज करेंगे. We know we have pressure and temperature and volume. I want to observe the effect of pressure on volume, then I should not change temperature. I want to observe the volume. I want to observe how volume is affected by pressure, then I must not change the temperature. Okay. So volume of dry gas ठीक है, ये होगा. नेक्स्ट बेटा, अब आप ये नहीं करोगे कि अंदर गैस का पार्टिकल को बढ़ा देना है, नहीं. आप जब प्रेशर अप्लाई कर रहे हो तो गैस वही रखना है, ये नहीं कि बाहर से गैस ला के ऐड कर दिया और बोले कि सर देखिए वॉल्यूम बढ़ गया. This number of gaseous particles should not change. The second point that we must remember, fixed mass. So what are we not changing? We are not changing the temperature and we are not removing the gas. ऐसा भी आप करोगे, कुछ गैस लीक हो जाएगा, बोलेंगे सर हमने तो प्रेशर कुछ किया भी नहीं, वॉल्यूम कम हो गया. बलून से गैस लीक होता है, ऑटोमेटिकली लीक होता है तो वॉल्यूम कम हो गया, तो वो नहीं करना है. ठीक है, we should neither add any gas nor we should let any gas escape from this container. तो वॉल्यूम ऑफ ड्राई गैस. ठीक है, अब ध्यान रखिए यहाँ पे ड्राई गैस फिक्स्ड मास. ठीक है, फिक्स्ड मास. वॉल्यूम ऑफ ड्राई गैस is inversely proportional to its pressure at constant temperature. At constant temperature. Now, how can I write this mathematically? So, mathematically, I can write volume is inversely proportional to 1 by P. Now, we all know to make this equal, I need to write some constant. Let that constant be K. Implies that PV is equal to some constant. Implies that PV is equal to some constant. Now from here we can write P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Now what is P1 V1 equal to P2 इससे समझेंगे. We are applying pressure P1. This is the volume. Now we are applying pressure P2. This is the volume. बेटा ध्यान रखे यहाँ पे अगर टेम्परेचर लेट से 30 डिग्री सेल्सियस है तो यहाँ पर भी 30 डिग्री सेल्सियस. This volume is V1, this volume is V2. Now, if they have same amount of gas, that is the mass is fixed, then this P1 V1 will be equal to some constant K1 and this P2 V2 will be equal to some constant K2. Now, if mass is same and temperature is same, if mass is same and temperature is same, then K1 will be equal to K2, then K1 will be equal to K2, which means P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. ये मैंने आपको डिराइव करके बता दिया कैसे होगा. इसके लिए P1 V1 K1 आएगा, इसके लिए P2 V2 K2 आएगा. अगर बॉयल्स का कहना अगर टेम्परेचर दोनों का सेम है, मास दोनों का सेम है, तो K1 इज इक्वल टू K2. सिंपल सा बात है. दैट मीन्स P1 इज इक्वल टू P1 V1 इक्वल टू P2 V2. दो ही कंडीशन है, मास सेम होना चाहिए और टेम्परेचर सेम होना चाहिए, और ड्राई मतलब वाटर नहीं होना चाहिए, वेपर नहीं होना चाहिए. इसमें किसी को डाउट बेटा?
No, sir.
ठीक है, नेक्स्ट। अब नेचर ऑफ बॉयल्स ग्राफ, नेचर ऑफ बॉयल्स ग्राफ और पीवी ग्राफ, नॉर्मली हम लोग पीवी ग्राफ बोलते हैं। नाउ व्हाट इज पीवी ग्राफ? पीवी ग्राफ इज this will be pressure and this will be volume. We already have discussed pressure and volume are indirectly inversely proportional. Higher pressure, lower volume. एक गैप बलून है, इसको पूरा कंप्रेस कर देंगे तो प्रेशर इज हाई तो वॉल्यूम विल बी लो, वॉल्यूम लो रहेगा। इफ प्रेशर कम कर देंगे तो प्रेशर विल बी लो, वॉल्यूम विल बी हाई। तो मीन्स हाई प्रेशर लो वॉल्यूम, लो प्रेशर हाई वॉल्यूम, दिस इज लो प्रेशर, ठीक है, हाई वॉल्यूम। So we get a graph like this. Remember these two line will never meet. Red line will never meet with this axis. Now this graph is known as rectangular hyperbolic. आपके बुक में सिर्फ हाइपरबोले लिखा होगा, कोई बात नहीं है, हाइपरबोलिक। आप हाइपरबोलिक भी लिख सकते हैं। रेक्टेंगुलर मैंने ज्यादा स्पेसिफिक है, रेक्टेंगुलर होता है, बट हाइपरबोलिक बोले तो गलत नहीं। बट हाँ ध्यान रखना है बेटा, टेम्परेचर कांस्टेंट, मास इज फिक्स्ड। मींस यहाँ पर इस प्रेशर में जो मास है, इस प्रेशर में भी वही मास रखना है। गैस का मास आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते, टाइप भी चेंज नहीं कीजिएगा, सेम टाइप होगा। नाइट्रोजन है तो नाइट्रोजन का ग्राफ होगा। ठीक है, अब ध्यान से समझिए होता क्या है। अगर मैंने ग्राफ का नाम पीवी रख दिया है ना बेटा, तो पी यही होगा और वी यही होगा, ठीक है। पीवी मीन्स प्रेशर यहाँ, वॉल्यूम यहाँ, ठीक है। अब अगर वीपी बोल दे आपको तो बेटा वीपी में भी नेचर यही आएगा, बट वीपी ग्राफ जो होता है ना वो आपको स्टैंडर्ड आप देखेंगे अच्छे बुक्स में तो आपको ये वीपी ग्राफ नहीं दिखेगा, आपको पीवी ग्राफ ही दिखेगा। ये गलत बन गया बेटा, इसको ठीक से बना लीजिएगा, ठीक है। ऐसा ही बनेगा, एग्जैक्टली सेम बनेगा, खाली एक्सिस चेंज हो जाएगा, ठीक है। मैं इधर बना देता हूँ। ठीक है, दिस विल नेवर टच, दिस इज वी एंड दिस इज पी, ठीक है। याद रखिएगा दिस टू लाइन विल नेवर टच, कभी टच नहीं कर सकता, ठीक है ना। P1 V1 is actually known as Boyle's equation. P2 V2 is equal to Boyle's. ठीक है बेटा, यहाँ तक समझ में आया सबको?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम लोग न्यूमेरिकल्स करेंगे बॉयल्स लॉ का, फिर करेंगे चार्ल्स लॉ का, ठीक है। बॉयल्स लॉ का न्यूमेरिकल बड़ा सिंपल होता है, इसमें ज़्यादा कुछ करना नहीं है, ठीक है। इस चैप्टर में बेटा न्यूमेरिकल ही है जो हम लोग को एक्चुअली फोकस करना है, बाकी 2-3 स्टेटमेंट है उसमें करना ही है, ठीक है। फ्रॉम नेक्स्ट क्लास विल कंटिन्यू फ्रॉम हियर, बट नेक्स्ट क्लास
Okay,
में
sir.
कोई बेटा मुझे फोटो भेज दीजिएगा इसका,